I'm stunned by the success. I had no idea that a love story, with some racy sex would be so popular. I don't understand why it's hit a nerve with women. I'm just bemused by the whole thing, frankly. And also, I'm very grateful and flattered and honoured and all of those things. It's been extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary. It's happened so quickly. When I first started writing, I was very miserable in the job I was working in, and so I started writing and then writing and writing and writing, and it stopped me. It kept me at home, stopped me going out and just behaving myself basically, and pouring all of myself into in the end into these books, which I really enjoy. I've actually written 1, 2, 3. I wrote 3 books before this, which are I always say never say never. I'd like a rest from them because I'd like to do something else.
I discovered fan fiction while I was on holiday, and I just read a few stories. And this is great! Oh, this is fantastic! And I just wrote one story, just for the sheer hell of it. And while I was doing that, I had the idea for what would become 50 Shades. And I started writing that, and it just kind of went from there. Originally I didn't have any ideas about publishing it, and then I did, and then I didn't, and then I did. And then a friend of mine pulled his fan fiction and found a publisher, reworked it and found a publisher, and I thought, sod it, if SR can do it, so can I, and that's why I did it. I did not expect to have this kind of reaction. The book is actually a fantasy. It's a fantasy. It's written for women. I actually wrote it for myself. So it's written for women. It's written for them to take a break from real life, which is we all love to escape into a book. And at its heart, it's a love story. Okay, there's some kinky sex in it, but hey, there should be some kinky sex in everybody's life, my personal opinion. I don't think it's perverse, no. I think it's, at its heart, it's a very passionate love story, which I think is why it's one of the reasons it's successful. Some people do express their love like that. There's a huge community that do, and enjoy it. And as long as it's done in a safe, sane and consensual manner, who are we to judge what goes on behind closed doors, is what I would say. I think Christian Grey is fine on paper. I'm not sure if it was actually real, if that would be such a good thing, really. The movie rights have been purchased by Universal Pictures, and we're going to go ahead and make a film, hopefully. You never know, am I happy with it? I thought about it. I got the first email about the film rights at Christmas, and I nearly fell off my chair. And I got another email, then another email, then another email. And eventually my lovely agent Valerie Hoskins and I went to Hollywood and had the most extraordinary week in LA. And I thought, do I want to do this? And I just thought, if I get to 90 years old and think, hey, I could have had a chance to make a movie, and I said no, life isn't a dress rehearsal, so I just thought, I'm going to go for it, so that's right. And who we're going to cast in it, I have no idea yet, and I wouldn't want to say anything about that because I will get into a lot of trouble if I do. It's just a love story. That's it. That's it. If anyone else, if people want to sit around and navel gaze about it, then they can.